If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you're thinking about starting your own business. So what I've done, I've listed out some pretty important points that you really need to know before you start your first business. What I'm covering in this video is based totally on my real life experience. It's stuff I wish that I'd known before I started my first business, but I didn't. Now since then, every business I've started and everyone I've helped in business, I've always fallen back onto these principles. So, if you're starting your own business, you may want to take notes, or better yet, hit the subscribe button so you can come back and watch more later. So anyway, let's jump to it. Now the first piece of advice I'm going to give you is start before you're ready. Yep, and I know that sounds scary. But if you wait for that magical perfect moment, let me tell you, it's never going to happen. It's only going to happen when you take action. There's no reason at all why you can't start today. Why today can't be the day you start your business. I mean, it's as good as any other day. And the first thing you need to do, you need to stop making excuses to yourself that you need more time, you need more money, you don't know what to do. There's always going to be a reason to put it off, and that's never going to change. So, first thing, make a decision to act, make a commitment and start. Even if you start small, even if it's just a side hustle, that's totally fine. It's a start, and that's huge. And once you take the first step of commitment, it's just a case of keeping the momentum going. Second, the second piece of advice is expect to fail often. Let me tell you, whatever you do, whatever your business is, I can guarantee you 100%, it ain't going to work as you expect at the start. You're going to have to tweak it, adjust and just keep trying. You've got to be confident. In business, the line between success and failure is really thin. Often, just a small change is all it takes to move from something that doesn't work, that's failed, to something that's very successful. Ask anyone who's been successful in business and they'll tell you that failure is all part of the success process. But remember, you don't actually fail until you stop trying. So, you've got to be prepared to keep trying. So, when something doesn't go according to plan, remember, that's not uncommon, that's just the way it is. Learn from it, improve, and move on. Number 3, deciding what you're going to do. Now, this is a real rabbit hole because everyone's looking for that product or service that everybody wants and needs that no one else is supplying and that's easy for you to create. Well, good luck finding that one. Ideally, at least to start with, you want to be starting with something that you know. Maybe you've got a skill or experience in something that's going to help you hit the ground running. Maybe you're passionate about something. That's a great place to start. At the end of the day, being passionate and interested in what you're doing, at least in my book, is a really big deal. It makes it so much easier. At the beginning, at this stage of the game, your focus should be on gaining experience of running a small business, building up some capital. And once you've done this, then you can look at more long-term, scalable business ideas. Once you're actually running your business, you'll find that new opportunities of revenue present themselves pretty much all the time. So don't get too hung up on your initial starting point. What I will say when you're starting, what you don't want to be doing is risking too much of your own capital. You don't want to be invested in stock and premises. It's far better to use what I call sweat equity. In other words, your time and effort and not your capital, or at least not much of your capital. You've got to manage the risk. This is one reason why I think that creating a course is a great first step into running your own business. You don't need any staff, there's no stock to buy, and you can do it 100% from home. There's a growing market of people all willing to buy. You really couldn't wish for more. But whatever your idea is, you've got to validate it. This is really important. You've got to do the research. If you found a gap in the market, you've got to make sure that there's a market in the gap. And this is where actually having competition helps you. It helps you validate your idea. If by some chance you've stumbled on a great idea that's totally free from any competition, before you start sinking in your time, money and effort, validate your idea. Make sure you've got a market with customers willing to buy. Number 4, should I do a business plan? You know, I get asked this a lot by people starting the first business. In my opinion, If you're going for outside finance, this is something that you're almost certainly going to have to do. And if that's the case, there's plenty of online templates that you can use. But personally, if you're not seeking funding or looking for some strategic partner, I think your time and effort are better spent, at least in the early stages, with doing competitive and customer research. This is something that you absolutely must do, and you need to research, and I mean really research. You need to know your customers, exactly who they are, what do they want, find out what no one else is offering. And you also need to understand your competition. You need to find out what areas they're not paying attention to, and take the time to talk to prospective clients and find out as much as you can. You want to know what objections they have about buying whatever it is you're selling or offering. Find what they feel is missing from similar products. Find their biggest objection. Now, you really do need to dig here and spend time finding out as much about the market and your prospects as you can. This is going to serve you far better than any business plan will. And another thing, you also need to set yourself personal goals. Where you want to be in, say, 12 months from now. What do you want to be earning? What do you want your business to look like in, say, a year from now? Now, you've got to make it realistic, make it achievable. But once you've written it down, that's it. No going back on it. That's your target locked in. So think long and hard before you commit to this one. Because one thing I've learned in business is once you say something, you've got to mean it. If you make a promise, you have to 100% deliver on it, and that includes a promise to yourself. In my opinion, and like I said, this is only my experience, but the research and the personal goals are going to be far more powerful than a standard business plan. Number 5, still on with planning. See, I'm not totally against planning, quite the opposite. I just want to make sure that any effort I put in is not going to be a total waste of time. So next, you're going to need a plan of action, because nothing happens without action. What you should do, you should list out the steps that you've got to take to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. Let's say your business idea was, offering copywriting to small businesses. Quickly, off the top of my head, it could look like create a website, find a freelancer to help with graphics, research competitors and customers, create a Facebook business account. You get the idea. What you do, you list out the steps that you've got to take, and then you think about what problems you're going to have to solve to accomplish each step. Doing this, it helps you keep a clear head. You're now not thinking about 50 problems. You're totally focused on accomplishing the next task on the list. This is how you stop yourself from getting overwhelmed. Number 6. Now, listen up, because this is important. Never have a single point of failure. I see more businesses fail because of this than anything. They totally rely on one element. Could be just one supplier or one major customer, even a key member of staff or freelancer. If you've got an online business relying on getting your traffic from just one source, that is a single point of failure. If your business is totally 100% reliant on just one point, at some point it's going to fail. Not if, it's when. So don't expose yourself to this kind of risk. Never allow a single point of failure. Always have a backup plan. As the saying goes, plan for the worst, hope for the best. Number 7. Give your customers an excellent experience. I mean, look at Amazon. They've built a massive, profitable business on just this one principle. And this should be your number one aim without exception. Everything you do in your business should be centered around providing a product or service that is totally disproportionate in value to the price your customers paid. I mean, I know lots of companies talk about great customer service, yet so many, in fact, most, fail to live up to the promise they made when they were marketing the product. You need to go the other way. You need to deliver more than you promised. If you do, your customers will do all the marketing for you. Number 8, know when to hire. You know, it took me a while, I'll admit it. It took me a while to stop trying to do everything myself. Yes, it's important that you know your business, you know every task in your business. But if you're going to grow, it's going to be impossible unless you start to section tasks off to others. And no, when you hire someone, even if it's a part-timer or a freelancer, they're not going to be as good as you. They won't do it like you do it. And yes, you'll spend 2 hours showing somebody how to do something that takes you like 10 minutes to do. But Unless you want to be working 16 hours a day for the rest of your life, you've got to let go and spend time teaching others. The art of running a business isn't working insane hours. It's knowing who to hire and teaching them how to do it effectively. This is how you scale. Number 9. The reality. The reality of starting a small business means hard work and challenges that will test you. There are going to be times when you'll actually question if it's worth it. I won't lie to you, the beginning is hard. This is why so many give up. But if you follow the steps that I've laid out and you just keep at it, let me tell you, the rewards are huge, and not just the financial rewards. Yeah, the money is nice. But the personal satisfaction, at least in my opinion, that's the major benefit. That's the driving force. Well, I hope these 9 steps have given you some clarity. The rest is up to you. What I'd like you to do is, in the comments below, just put a comment on what you'd like to do business-wise. And if you like this short lesson, give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. So, until next time, bye for now.